Do you say Reese's or Reese's? And yes, there is a right answer. The guy who invented Reese's peanut butter cups was named H.B. Reese, as in Reese's peanut butter cups, not Reese. Therefore, they are called Reese's peanut butter cups. Welcome to Unwrapped. We take the guesswork out of snack time. Today we're doing this. Hot or cold? Hot or cold? I have several types of Reese's peanut butter cups, Reese's, and what we're going to do today is try them hot, room temperature, and cold. Microwaved, regular, and frozen. This one is a little more normal. I don't know of anyone who microwaves their Reese's peanut butter cups, but that's what you come here for. So you don't have to bother. I have a bold prediction for our episode today. I predict that our cold will be crunchier and our hot will be meltier. I know, I'm a genius scientist. I get it. Okay, you don't have to tell me, I already understand. Got my spoon just in case. I'm doing 30 seconds per, so they should be very melted. Let's get into our Reese's before this stuff cools down and heats up. I'm gonna start with the hot. I'm gonna go without the spoon to start. Oh boy. So as you can see, they're rather melty. Who could have predicted this? Ooh. That actually wasn't quite as good as I was expecting, but it might be because it's the dark chocolate, so fingers crossed that the others will be better. On to the frozen. Very frozen. It's really not that different from the room temperature, I don't think. I haven't tried these yet, so we'll see. But it's just cold. It's better than the hot. Cold for the dark is better than the hot. But I think this one, just the room temperature, is going to be the best. Let's find out, shall we? That's the best one. For the dark chocolate Reese's, room temperature is best. Let's move on to the white chocolate Reese's Thin. Now that's surprising. These barely melted at all. I've never been a huge fan of white chocolate, and I think it's because it's not chocolate. Don't even need the spoon again. Oh gosh. White chocolate is just kind of like sweet and nothing else. There's kind of a harshness to it that the other ones don't have as much. Let's try the cold, shall we? Oh, quite a snap. I'm a little surprised. I didn't think I was going to like any of the frozen ones better, but I think this might win. There's some peanut butter on the outside of that one. I can't tell if I like this one better just because it's a change of pace or because it's actually better than the texture of the room temperature one. This one's out. Again, hot's not better. Probably a lot of people could have predicted that the hot wasn't going to win any of these. But you never know unless you try. That's why we here at Unwrapped are taking the guesswork out of snack time. For the Reese's white chocolate thins, the frozen ones win this round. Let's move on to the regular Reese's Thins. I've never actually had the thins before. I'm interested to see if they're any different. My guess is they're not. It's probably just an excuse to buy more Reese's, which, I mean, that sounds awesome to me. These didn't melt either. Not as much, just like the white chocolate ones. I wonder if that's something to do with that the peanut butter is spread thinner, because the peanut butter doesn't seem to get hot. Even when I microwave these, it's mostly the chocolate, because the chocolate's all around the edges. Maybe that has something to do with it? Who knows? Either way, it's still Reese's. Woo! Milky. I love Reese's. They're so good. Man, they're good. Just nothing compares. They're just in a league of their own. There's other candies that I sometimes prefer over Reese's, Actually, a lot of the time other candies, but there's just something about Reese's. They nail it. Every time. Every time a Reese's is good. And onto the frozen. Spraying chocolate all over. This is going to be crunchy, I think. It's not as good. You can't taste this already is better. You can't taste the peanut butter very much. I thought the frozen for this one would win, just like with the white chocolate, but it's not as good. So far, the melted is better. On to the room temperature one. Let's see. Here's what it is. These aren't as good. The thins aren't as good. There's too much chocolate. And it's a different kind of peanut butter. It's creamier peanut butter. It's not like they're bad. It's a really smooth, creamy peanut butter. I don't like it as much. I like the kind of almost gritty peanut butter you get in the regular Reese's. This is really, really smooth. There's probably more oil or something like that. So if you're into a really, really smooth peanut butter, I'd say give these a try. But I'm into the normal kind of granular Reese's peanut butter in the regular cups. For the regular Reese's Thins, surprisingly, the hot ones win this round. I figured it out. Here's why the Thins from the last round were better microwaved. It's because the peanut butter's creamy, like I said, and so when the chocolate's creamy, it works better. Whereas the first one, the dark chocolate, the microwave ones really weren't very good because that peanut butter is kind of granular. And so you have a really, really melted chocolate with a kind of almost grainy. It feels sort of grainy. You learn something new every day. Reese's Minis with pretzels. If you've not had Reese's recently, Reese's recently. How's that for a tongue twister? Say that one 47 times fast. Bet you can't do it in 10 seconds. Ha! If you haven't had Reese's recently, go get the Minis with the pretzels. They're incredible. Better than the regular Reese's. Better than any Reese's peanut butter cup I've ever had. My prediction is that the microwaved one's not going to be very good for the same reason the dark chocolate ones weren't very good. And I think this one's going to end up being too crunchy, the cold. So I think the room temperature is going to win. Starting with whatever this has become. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. I suppose there's a reason people don't do this, huh? That's pretty good. Yeah, the crunch works, but the peanut butter is too grainy to work with this chocolate. Let's try the frozen. That crunch. The problem, so the cold ones, the texture is kind of nice, but you can't taste the chocolate quite as strongly usually. So you have that trade-off. That's what these do so well, that you get that crunch, you get something different, but you don't have to lose the really sharp chocolate flavor. They don't quite work. It's like the chocolate and the pretzels are trying to do the same thing in the frozen version. Let's try the room temperature one. Oh! Amazing. That one wins. So much better. They might be my favorite candy at the moment. Well, favorite chocolate candy. Let's not get too crazy here. Reese's Minis with pretzel. The room temperature is the best. I'm getting kind of Reesed out here, y'all. But the show must go on. 5 different types might have been a mistake. So by the end of this, I will have eaten 15 Reese's peanut butter cups in a matter of, I don't know, an hour. Starting as usual with the hot. These barely melted. Oh, okay, no, they very much melted. Oh, that's very melty, yeah. Same problem as the other one. The peanut butter doesn't melt at all. So the chocolate's really, really melted, and the peanut butter's like this little brick in the middle. Frozen Reese's next. It's just like a colder version, right? There's no like snap from the chocolate. Better than the melted. So far, this guy's winning. But do you like it when that happens, when it comes off on the sides? I think it's kind of fun. It's amazing. Room temperature wins. That has been a lot of chocolate today. I don't average 15 cups a day. Unless you're talking coffee. No. For the regular Reese's that are spilling all over my desk, the room temperature one wins. that's the best one. All in all, the best one was probably the room temperature Reese's with pretzel. Although the microwaved thin was surprising. Kind of came out of nowhere. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Just took a shower, got a new haircut. I always feel better after I take a shower. The trouble is getting into it. I have a hard time getting myself into the shower. Once I'm there, no problem. I'm good. But getting in is a problem.